Everybody, it's Chris and Des Show. I'm Chris.
And I'm Des.
And today we're going to talk to you about News of the World, which you can rent on Apple or Amazon or places where they rent movies.
iTunes.
Or you can see it in the movie theater if you have a movie theater open by you.
Must be nice.
It stars Tom Hanks and Helena Zengel. Des,
Right?
What did you think?
Okay. So this is a movie set post-Civil War. Like, the war just ended. And we're out in Texas. We're in the wild country. And this little girl was taken from her German settlement family somewhere by the Indians. And then they found her. And so this happens all at the very beginning of the movie. So I always have to say that. They find her, and then Tom Hanks, through a turn of events, is tasked with returning her to that original family that she didn't even know. Like, she is an Indian girl. She knows the language. How old is she? Like, she's at least 10, 8 or 9 or
10 like that.
Maybe 10. So she's not.
Kiowa is the Native American group that attacked her.
So she knows what's going on. And so that's what this movie is. It's Tom Hanks taking her back and the progression. And
she doesn't speak English.
She only speaks so there's native subtitles sometimes, and you need to understand what she's saying, even though Tom Hanks does not understand what she's saying. So it's not funny. Like, there's not a lot of humor in this movie. It's a very serious drama movie.
Westerny,
yes, absolutely.
This means westerny.
And it's one of the cases where everything just happens to him that you're like, oh no, not that. So it just, things keep getting worse and worse and worse for this poor man. But on the whole, I would say it was probably maybe 20 minutes too long for me. I could have clopped off some chunk somewhere and still been fine. But on the whole, I enjoyed it. I love Tom Hanks. Yeah. You can't go wrong with Tom Hanks. And this little girl was really good. I thought she was great.
Yes.
So on the whole, I'd give it a A-. Like, it was a fine movie. I'm glad I watched it. I was in the whole time. It did not lose me at all. I was engaged and I cared about everybody so much. So yeah, that's what I think. What did you think?
First of all, Tom Hanks, stop it already.
Right?
And when they're like, oh, he either has to take care of the girl or leave her to the other, like, he's gonna take care of her. He's Tom Hanks. We know he's a good guy. Yes. He's always a good guy. You can't help it. And he just plays that character so you believe him 1,000%.
100,000,000%.
Like, oh, yes, 100. Yes, he is that good a guy. Yes, he did take care of her. Yes. All those things. Yes, 100%. And he's fantastic, like he always is. And Helena Zengel is, man, the stuff she has to do, the different languages and the acting without speaking for most of the movie, she is really good. So she's nominated for a Golden Globe and Screen Actors Guild and all that kind of stuff. Deservedly so. Absolutely. I can easily see why. Maybe you'll even see her at Oscar time. She's probably not going to win. She's a little too young. They always think that. But she was very, very good. I thought the whole movie was really good. I like a good, like a Western that's like not too, but it was good. And
not too,
but it even I love that it told a Western story, but without making the typical heroes of the Western story, the heroes, where it was like, okay, maybe these Native American people aren't all bad because they might help us at some point, right?
Yeah.
And maybe the little girl, they took care of this little girl, and maybe there's more to one side of stuff. And maybe some people in the South during the Civil War were racist.
You think?
That's maybe, I don't know.
There's also some aspects of it that hit a little too close. Wow.
Yeah, it's funny that there's this tale about 1866, 67, right? And then it's like just as timely, some of it like, I see.
People are people.
People are people, that's true. But yeah, I thought it was, no one's talking about the cinematography. I thought it was the best cinematography we've seen all year. It was beautifully shot.
Absolutely the best we've seen all year, for sure.
Paul Greengrass is a great director. He's a really good director. But Yeah, whoever, I don't know who the cinematographer was, but it was excellent. Here we go. I can tell you now.
There you go.
Um,
IMDb people.
Darius Wolski. He did a beautiful job.
Yeah.
Because it was beautifully
It was
shot. We were
gorgeous.
both the whole time like,
No,
wow,
yeah.
that's so cool.
Man.
So I would say for sure see it. It's enjoyable. It's rated R for violence and languagey
Yeah.
stuff. And some just like bad themes. Oh, I think no, it's rated PG-13. I could see that. Yeah. I
There's
think that's good.
There's
Nothing
nothing that inappropriate
It's
about it.
a Western.
There's a little language, but
The Westerny stuff is what's in it. The
Right.
fighting and the bad words.
the shootout.
The shootout. Ooh, the shootout. There is a shootout scene. I probably forgot. Yes.
You forgot the shootout?
Oh. Mm-hmm. It's good. I liked it.
Yeah.
Especially if you like Tom Hanks, you will love this movie. Because he's Tom Hanks in the way that you like him to be.
The way that you like him to
Come
be.
on.
Yeah.
And it's called News of the World because Jess and I didn't even know this was a real
I
job.
didn't know, yeah.
He goes around town to town reading the news because no one can read.
And they don't get newspapers.
And so he's like,
on the daily.
here's what's happening in this place and in that place. And here's what, that would be really
Here's
interesting.
what I could have actually used. I could have used more of that at the beginning.
Yeah.
Because at the end, like they do show him kind of doing it, but at the end, he does it, but at such a higher level.
Yeah,
like
he does.
he's a storyteller and
Yeah.
he's telling these people his story. I could have used that at the beginning and really would have established him.
I think it's showing like, well,
his
I don't want
evolution
to,
a little bit.
well, when
Oh.
someone else works
Oh,
with him.
well,
I
yeah,
don't
yeah,
want to say
yeah,
that, but
yeah. Okay, I
you'll
got
see.
you. I got you.
But
It's a good movie. It's a good movie.
yeah, that's a really cool idea. Like he's telling them things like, oh, wait, this amendment got passed. You probably didn't know that because there's no way for you to know, even though it
I
affects
know,
you.
right? Yes, exactly.
So it was really good. I enjoyed it. Yeah.
Ditto.
I think you should watch it.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, tell us what you thought.
And subscribe.
And subscribe and like.
Do those things.
Tell your friends.
Please.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.